Good morning guys and welcome to Turkey. This is Kusadasi, and we're going for an excursion today. We are going to Ephesus. Jen's excited for Ephesus. Yeah. I'm half excited for Ephesus. We've got an audio tour, which means that we don't have to rely on some really quiet tour guide. And we've got our own pace, which means that we can take video and photos. Hopefully that's stimulating other people. First of Jen.
Yeah.
We need breakfast.
We do, I'm hungry.
And we're only like half an hour.
Okay, let's go.
You wanna be someone else a bit more into. Wear something new for a day, a bit less like you.
We have made it to Ephesus. We've been abandoned here. We've been given an iPod, which... oh no, that's my phone. We've been given an iPod and some headphones and a map. Ah shit, too much stuff. Okay, and a map that we have to follow. Strangely though, the map and the numbers on the map and the numbers on the iPod for what to listen to don't correspond to the maps that are posted around the place, which seems like a major failing if you ask me. But anyway, at the moment it looks like we've just got a load of stones and a gen and some more stones, and hopefully the information held within this little device is enough to tell us what the hell's going on. This place is absolutely huge and open, yet people insist on blocking doorways in order to take photographs of their friends and family.
But I think you're perfect, I wish you could see it too. Hold on to everything you are that's shining through.
I've just learnt the importance of not blindly following everything that your tour guide tells you. We have an audio tour guide and I've been reading signs kind of as we've been going around, and we've just got to this point here. These two columns, which mark some form of temple. It's like an old greeting place for the most important visitors to the city. And the tour guide that's just passed us has told his group how it's the Temple of Apollo. The audio guide didn't say it was the Temple of Apollo. The signs don't say it's the Temple of Apollo. I don't think it is.
This is Nike.
Yeah.
God of strength and speed or something. I guess that explains why Nike, the shoe brand or whatever, the clothing brand, sports brand, got their name. I get the feeling that that scaffolding is not original.
Ancient scaffolding.
Ancient scaffolding. Around this area there's an awful lot more marble and sort of like decorative and intricate, I don't know, broken bricks, blocks, whatever they're called, columns and stuff. And whereas back up there it was all just boring stones. As you can see, this is a beautiful marble column that's looking a bit worse for wear, and that I don't think I dare stand under. Tour guide that sort of like brought us on the bus here and then gave us the audio things and then left, and she was super friendly, super nice. It's a shame that we didn't actually get her to do the actual tour because I think it'd have been quite enjoyable. But she was saying that there's only about 10% of the entirety of Ephesus is actually sort of like exposed, uncovered, archaeologists dug up, and the remaining 90% she thinks would probably take another 250 years to excavate. Yeah, I can't wait that long, but she seems to think that all this olive oil she's drinking, she's going to be around that long.
We're now walking along one of the main roads within the ancient city, and I've just read a sign I thought was amazing. It said at the base of each one of these columns, the there is the base of it is marked with an inscription which shows the good deeds of the citizens, which I think is a fantastic idea, and I think our current city should be marked with the good things that people do. Might make them do better things. I really like that they've started rebuilding the bits of rock that they've kind of found as they've been excavating, and this fountain here is really good evidence of it, but it really doesn't look safe. I assume it's been up. I think they started digging around here in about 1950. It's probably been up for about 50 years, but it looks like it could fall down at any moment. I do not like the cracks and the gaps between it. There's something so unsettling about these gaps.
This fountain used to have a statue here, and water would flow through this gap and into a pool about here. When we first arrived, everything looked a bit shit. There's just like some small stones. The further we get into Ephesus, the more grand everything looks, and the more you realise that people lived here, and you could probably imagine how they lived, and it's pretty impressive really.
one of the best preserved bits of Ephesus is the latrines. And it's amazing, these are the public latrines. There are so many little holes.
Toilets for us commoners.
Or toilets, sorry. Spread around this massive room. There'd be no partitions between them, and each hole in that bench is a toilet. But it's really advanced. I think they said it was like the 5th century BC. And there would have been running water underneath each of the holes in the seats. And then another stream of running water in front for you to wash your sponge in. They were public sponges. You had to share. Ugh.
We've come across these, which are apparently houses where rich people lived, and they're not included in the ticket. You have to buy an extra one. What the hell? What can be so special about this place that you have to pay extra for? Judging by this picture, not much.
These stones here mark the base of the Octagon Temple. And the Octagon Temple was used to house a sarcophagus of a very young girl, who said she was only about 16, that they believe was the younger sister of Cleopatra. I think she was killed because she was a threat to Cleopatra's reign. And that's terrible that at 16 years old she'd already been in hiding for several years, and then she was murdered on the steps of the Temple of Artemis, which was a little bit further back. My favourite fact was that they can't be sure that it's her. Although it was dug up in the 20s, the skull was removed and then lost in World War II.
I guess this is the pièce de résistance. This is the library. It's pretty impressive. It's probably one of the most grand bits around here. And I guess I understand why they don't have you start here and walk up to the ship bit.
I see you hide all the best of you way too deep. You're just a shade of the way that you ought to be.
It's just started to rain, and I think we've managed to find the only bit of shelter in the entire place. Jenna's pointed out that this is the brothel, or so-called house of pleasure. Our audio guide says that this here is essentially an advert for the brothel. The brothel that was just down there. Apparently this is a heart, this is a foot, and this is a woman. And what it's saying is turn left at the crossroads to buy a woman's love. So down here on the left.
So we are here at the Theatre of Ephesus, and it is huge. Look at the size of this. Seats approximately 25,000 people, and the view is amazing. The best seats in the house are way down there at the bottom. Front row seats with marble backs, but you don't get to see the view from down there. You only get the view from up here. And I could go all the way up there. That's a lot more steps. And they're all marble, and it's been raining, so it's a bit slippy. They said at the time when the city was built, this was all sea out here. So somewhere off in the distance over there, the ships would have been arriving. You can imagine sailors coming from all over the world and being greeted with this. So this is the Harbour Road. I think this is the last stop on our tour, and this is the route that the sailors would have taken when they got off their boats on the sea down there and then entered the city of Ephesus. Each one of these columns would have had statues on top, and I can only imagine how amazing it would have looked. It would be awe-inspiring, it would be terrifying. You wouldn't want to be someone arriving under ill means. Weirdly enough, at the end of that road is the port of Ephesus, or would have been the port of Ephesus. Yet it has taken us maybe half an hour on the coach to get from the current port to Ephesus. It's amazing that the water has receded that far in, well, okay, it's thousands of years, but still, that there's no sea anywhere near here anymore. Now instantly we are transported back from the magical ancient city of Ephesus into modern day Turkey, and everybody wants to sell you something, and everybody wants to talk to you. Thank you.
Genuine fake thing.
No genuine fake Rolexes for us. Just when you thought you were done with the tour and you were off on the way back to the ship, there is a surprise stop. I don't know where we are. I thought we were going to a carpet demonstration. It's not. It is some secret interactive show in a shop. It's going to be thrilling. We've just found out the show is gladiators, which is way better than a carpet demonstration. Also included in our amazing stop of the not carpet demonstration is a recreation of the Temple of Artemis, which we saw at Ephesus and which was mislabeled as the Temple of Apollo. It is here. This is what it actually looks like, or would have looked like 2,000 and something years ago. That's quite cool. I have no idea what they've based it on. Assuming something real. Something archaeological, stuff they found. But just the sheer size of it, if nothing else, is quite amazing. Hey look, Turkish tartan. Is that a thing? The sun is so bright and lovely today. I knew this was too good to be true. That is the ship you can see behind me. We're not there yet.
I see through the cracks right into your heart.
We are free from the carpet prison and we got free Turkish snacks. We weren't in there too long and I did learn a couple of things about carpet. There are 3 different ways to make a carpet. The way we make them in the UK, not one of those ways. We're now free to make our own way back to the ship, which luckily is not far away at all. I really hope I haven't misplaced my sea pass somewhere and they'll let me back on board. It's been a long time since I last used it.
It's absolutely lovely here now the sun's come out. There's our ship. On the way out of that carpet demonstration, I noticed there were some price tags on the carpets that were about, I don't know, 3 foot at the most tall, going down the stairs, and they were priced at approximately £2,000 each. £2,000. But then again, Jen says that if it's taken some lady up to 3 years to make, then that makes a lot of sense. But I wonder how much they're actually worth and how much they're willing to sell them for. You know, but they're selling for 200 quid, they're just heavily marked up for the sake of selling them. Are they actually worth close to £2,000? Who knows? They come with a 300-year guarantee. Seriously, where do you go in 300 years to sort of like complain or claim on your guarantee or whatever? Do you get another one for free? Who gives it to you? Everyone's dead. Like 4 or 5 times over. After being stuck in the carpet shop for longer than necessary, it's time to head back to the ship and get something to eat because I'm starving and it's now 1:15. What do you say?
Yeah, food. Dinner time.
When you're actually off the ship, you really do get a sense of how big the thing is. And I've been reliably informed that there are bigger ones. Done eating lunch and that can mean only one thing. Time for a nap. I think it's time to get up.
Okay.
I think you're suitably napped out.
Yes, I am napped.
It's 5:30.
Whoa.
I'm going to be leaving in a second.
Yeah, it's time for tea.
The sun's started to set right in front of me, so I can't see you guys, but it's beautiful. Jen and I don't know if you're in shot.
Yeah,
there you go.
a bit shaded, but I'm in.
Jen and I sat here on the balcony. We're just pulling out of the port now, and it's nice to see everything go by. I've set up the GoPro just here to see if I can catch not so much the sunset as such, but the change in the sun maybe just as we're pulling out of the port. See how well that looks, how that turns out. Anyway, I'm getting quite peckish.
I almost have just had a banana.
I want a banana. Where'd you get the banana from?
I took it from the breakfast about 3 days ago.
The ship turned as it came out of the port and kind of ruined my shot, but I don't know what it looks like, but it can't be as good as it should have been because the sun is now way around the corner. So this is kind of what I was expecting the sunset to be at, like here, but it's there.
While we were at our carpet demonstration today, we got given some free cake. Like, haha, free cake. I didn't really want to eat it earlier, but we've got an hour to wait until dinner now, and I'm starting to get a bit peckish again, so it is time to open our free cake. It doesn't look anywhere near as colourful on the inside as it does on the packet. The packet's got it all multicoloured like Smarties. This looks a lot more like sultanas. But it is fruitcake, so that's probably a good thing. Do you want some, Chris?
Yeah.
Go.
Thank you.
For you! That's probably the best thing about the carpet demonstration.
I didn't want to do Your host, your cruise director, give it up for Simona!
We were actually recording this game show, so you will be on channel 14 for the rest of the cruise.
We've just been in the theatre to see the Love and Marriage game show, and it was fantastic. Really good fun. I think, oh my goodness. I think probably the best fun we've had so far. Absolutely hilarious.
I got such a call, I really should get Jen to do this. This Mr. and Mrs. show that we went to see, Jen's parents didn't want to come along and they missed out so much. It was hilarious, it was so funny. I was cracking up laughing, there was people cheering, up on their feet. It was brilliant. You even had to audition to be on the stage. You had 3 couples, and they kind of did like newlyweds, kind of middle weds, and then people that had been together the longest. And the one that was together the longest was like 52 years married or something. But yeah, you had to audition and just doing funny, quirky things. But what it meant was the people that then got on stage were people that were more extrovert, more confident, and it made the show so much more funnier, so much more interesting. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of the best bits of entertainment I think I've probably had on a holiday.
Yeah.
Because you get some good things, and like the other day the singing and dancing was really good and we could really appreciate it. But in terms of pure entertainment, this has got to be the best I've ever had on a holiday, and Jen seems to agree, at least a little bit. Side note, Jen wants me to put a little disclaimer in here that it excludes all Disney stuff, so excluding Disney.
You're all I need. Don't you get it? You're all I need.
Time for us to go to bed. I am knackered. My throat is killing me from all this chatting. Tomorrow we're going to Santorini, so we're back to Greece. Today was Turkey, tomorrow is back to Greece, and I have no idea what's there. So you're gonna have to come tomorrow where we find out. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Big old thumbs up, comments down below, and subscribe if you're new.
When you come off the main path, you then get entire streets to yourself like this one. It's so quiet and it's shaded, it's cool and lovely. So pretty.